Hi everybody, it's Andrea, aka Violet Kitty 411, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who has been engaging with comments, likes, and subscribing. You know I do appreciate it so much as we enjoy the best game in the franchise together, The Sims 2. So we are back in the Get a Life Old Town for another episode of Evette Corrina Glover's life in Reality Bites. But before we do that, I'd like to quickly tell you that as I build in the main old town, I'm updating this one, so everything should remain basically the same as I go. I did make a little bit of a mistake in that I accidentally put Michael Bachelor and his house into the house bin rather than evicting him from the house, but I think I fixed it so I won't have neighborhood corruption, but boy, that was a bit stressful. Anyway, let's check out Evette. So here we are in Reality Bites with Evette, and let's real quickly review what she needs to do. She needs to clean the place up, fix broken stuff, upgrade the abode in build and buy with up to 1150 in improvements. Hint, there are no small electronics. Get promoted up to career level 3, and if she finishes by 8 a.m. on Friday, she will get an additional bonus. Restrictions: she can't hire a maid until everything is clean, and she can't hire a repairman until everything is fixed. And you need to go through and break and make everything dirty before you start playing. So there is no time like the present. Our starting value is 17,845. I need to hit at least 18,995 in order to meet this goal. Let's just go ahead and do it. Okay, and we are currently at 21,554, which means I need to write down 3,709 as part of my scoring system. So Evette is far from finished with her goals, but at least she's got that portion done. And now why don't you say hi to Mort? We're going to have to do it a couple times because you're kind of stupid. He's stupid. There's a lot of stupidity going on. Come on. There's a little bit of a hill, which is part of Reality Bites. Come on, you can do this. Okay, there we go. And you may as well get another one and another one in. Sure, no problem. Okay, and why don't you have a pee while Mort gets settled in, and we will just chuck that right into our inventory. Mort's going to amuse himself for a quick minute. He can't do anything else, and gross. All right, let's practice some of that and ask him to join you. And hopefully we will develop some friendship. Oh, okay, why don't you change the topic to entertainment? Okay, how about toys? No? How about work? Okay, there we go. Good, you've got logic. You need that for work. Okay, that's what we're talking about. There we go. And we'll just let that relationship blossom. Okay, they're both gaining. That's wonderful. And she's getting some logic, which she needs for her job. That's why I didn't work on this at Mom's house. Uh-oh. Okay, he's hungry, and okay, we've got ideas. Okay, Mom had some lovely parting gifts, and why don't you admire Mort? Wonderful. And that puts you at 63. Great. Well, we're going to count that as good because that is what we need for our next promotion. And you know what? Why don't we actually do something I don't usually suggest? Actually, let's talk about cuisine. There we go. Wonderful. And why don't we go ahead and say goodbye? Now I'm going to have her charge up and work on getting this house clean. So she's going to fix things that need to be fixed. A couple things I still need to break. That's okay. We'll get you taken care of. Let's repair that. Okay, you got this. You got the skills. You can do this. Okay. And now you can get that bathtub done. And she wanted to clean it all by herself, which is great because she is a very neat sim. More repairing to do, my dear. You can't rest on your laurels just because you did some. All right, good. Why don't you mop up that puddle? Okay, perfect. And let's get that TV while you're at it, please. Wonderful. And why don't we study some cooking so hopefully you can get into a good mood, because it's almost time to go to work. Okay, it's time to go to work. That's fine. Go. And she's set for possibly getting a promotion today. Okay, she's back from work, and let's see what happened. Okay, great job. And why don't you pay those bills? All right, pay the bills. Wonderful. Okay, and Evette needs to make a friend in order to get promoted, and there's nobody around to catch, so hopefully we'll get somebody on a walk by, but in the meantime, we'll do a little bit of studying, and if she doesn't see somebody soon, then we will go downtown, or not actual downtown. And, oh, Chris Bentley, that's awesome. Okay. Chris Bentley is known as Chris Roomies in the Sims 1 base game, but I just basically upgraded her. And okay, we've got some, 35 points. Wow, that's pretty good. I just queued up a bunch of Kiss Kiss Darling just to make sure she caught her. And now let's go play some chess. Okay, Chris, why don't you join us? Get some friendship. Ooh, not such great friendship, but that's okay. We're in solid relationships and friendship will be easy. Oh, there we go, 71. Okay, good job. And that's a nice, solid relationship. Why don't you put on the shades? Chris is probably going to pee. Yep, that's a great idea for Chris. No, you don't need to go to bed. You need to wait for Chris to pee. And why don't you actually appreciate Chris? And that'll solidify our relationship. And now say goodbye. Thank you. And you know what you get to do? Da-da-da-da-da-da! Charge! It's almost midnight and the phone is ringing. Who is it? Oh my gosh, Mom is calling this late at night? Seriously? Hi, Mom. Thanks for calling. Mom's nagging. That's cool. She said to study cooking, so we'll do that. So we're going to spend the night studying cooking, so we're in great shape. And now she wants to increase her logic, increase her cooking, and also become best friends with Mortimer. That's very noble, Evette. The carpool is arriving in 11 minutes, so let's go ahead and charge up so we are in a fantastic mood before we go, because she's not in platinum. And that should do it. Fantastic mood. Great. All right, we're home from school, and there we go. We've got our next promotion. So that goal is met because we are at level 3. So we have done everything, I think, and we can actually move on to the next stage if we want. So now I have to go to party animals and decide which defective land grab I want to work with. It doesn't matter. They have the same crappy personality. They have the same crappy skills and the same crappy job. It doesn't matter which one I want. So I think I want to live with Dudley because I've always lived with Mimi before. So what I will do is have Malcolm and Mimi move out. And here comes the ride for Dudley and, or excuse me, for Mimi and Malcolm. And now Dudley's alone. And for the time being, I'm going to move Malcolm and Mimi in with Evette. I'm going to evict the Get a Life roomies and move them in with Dudley so he has a base relationship with them. And now that Dudley has a base relationship with all of them, I'm going to have them move out. But first I am going to bring their money down to 0 by giving the roomies all of the things. We'll just go ahead and pop that into one of their inventories, and then we will evict them and move on. All right, so time for the roomies to move out, and Dudley is left alone in the party animals. So now back at Reality Bites, Evette is going to go ahead and find her own place, and $92.70 is what her bank account was, because $20,000 of this was from Malcolm and Mimi, of course. So Evette, why don't you go ahead and find your own place? Wow. Okay, you don't want to take either of them with you. Now I'm going to move the roomies into Reality Bites. Of course, I'm going to have to rename that household since it's no longer any Glover living there. And I'm going to move Corinne into Party Animals with Dudley. So the bank account was $92.70. There was a $100 bonus for reaching level 2, a $3,000 for reaching level 3, and $1,800 for completing in under 4 days. And she spent $37.09 in improvement at Reality Bites. So the bank total needs to be $17,879. And since this is the only land grab household in the neighborhood, we can just go ahead and do that, and that's correct. Now, I can either have her start at about 3 p.m. Wednesday and just continue, or I can move forward. I'm going to have her start at 3 p.m. Wednesday to keep it on the same track. So I'm going to use the set hour cheat to change that. So I will change it to set hour 23, which of course is 11 p.m. And now I'll just let her do whatever she wants. Why don't you study cooking in the meantime? That sounds like a noble concept. Or not. Yeah, study cooking. All right, can't sit at the egg chair, that's fine. Oh, he likes film and literature. That's great. Okay, and now I will set hour again to 23. And I will continue. Now it's Tuesday. Dudley's doing whatever he wants. Now it's Wednesday. And now I'm going to set the hour to 5 p.m. to kind of make up for this about the same amount of time. The 2 hours that she's been here plus 3 o'clock. So that's what it is right now. It's Wednesday at 5 p.m. And I didn't have to do this, but I wanted to keep it on the same week schedule. And I also want to change it to winter for her. And I accidentally forgot to take a few of these aspiration rewards with us, so that's fine. Chalk it up to experience. There you go. And with that, it's time for Evette and Dudley to start partying, but we'll do that in the next episode. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I will see you soon in the pixelated world, and that's all I have to say. VK out.